I genuinely can't believe we're about to make the video we're about to make. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Red Seat Radio. My name is Corbin, and yeah, I'm pretty shocked here. I'm pretty shocked that in today's video, we're going to be breaking down the latest reports about the Red Sox making a possible legitimate push for Juan freaking Soto. But before we get into that, just a heads up, we are still raising money for Movember, a foundation that is dedicated to bringing men's mental and physical health awareness and services to men everywhere. We have been absolutely crushing our goals so far. If you want to help us get to our $1,500 donation goal this month, make sure you guys click the link either in the description or the comment section down below. Thank you all very much for considering doing so, and thank you for clicking on this one. Let's get into it. Okay, so this whole Juan Soto Red Sox steam thing really started with John Heyman last night when he reported that the Red Sox were among the teams that were planning a trip to meet Juan Soto this week. He also called them legitimate Soto players. Now, I absolutely hate when John Heyman puts out stuff like this for the Red Sox, mostly because he's never really right about the Red Sox true intentions, right? He's usually pretty far off. In fact, especially when it comes to Scott Boras clients, which it's been pretty notably known that John Heyman gets a lot of his sources from Mr. Scott Boras. It tends to be in terms of using the Red Sox as sort of players to entice other teams to get into the market. So realistically, when this report came out last night, I didn't believe it. I flat out did not believe it. I said, Corbin, do not let yourself get excited about these rumors. It's John Heyman. It means nothing. To the point where I actually gave you guys the option. I said, do you want to talk about these Juan Soto rumors? Want to let them lie until maybe someone more reputable comes along and puts this together as well? Well, you guys seem to have agreed with me because you also voted no. Let's wait for some more reputable sources. So, Corbin, why are we making this video this morning? Well, it's because a more reputable source, maybe the most reputable source in Major League Baseball, just confirmed basically the same thing. In fact, he confirmed it just this morning because this morning, Jeff Passan came out with his article about the latest on the Juan Soto rumors. And boy, did he have some things to say about the Boston Red Sox. And his report not only confirmed John Heyman's report, but adds to it. He reported that the Red Sox are in fact meeting with Soto this week. They have the second meeting with him behind the Toronto Blue Jays and in front of the Mets and the Yankees. But he also reported not only are the Red Sox going down to meet with Soto, but that Soto is at the top of the Red Sox want list this offseason. This is honestly pretty mind-blowing. For the entire year, basically, and the entire offseason, we haven't even discussed the idea of the Red Sox going after Juan Soto because it felt so far-fetched. It felt with everything that the Red Sox have done over the last couple of years, with where the Red Sox are at and what they are trying to improve going forward, that Juan Soto was a distant memory. We haven't even made a video about the possibility of Juan Soto because it just felt so unlikely. To have this sort of report come out is truly and genuinely a little bit shocking, right? I don't think anyone expected the Red Sox to be legitimate players in this market. And again, this isn't John Heyman throwing poop at the wall and hoping that they stick. No, this is Jeff Passan, one of the most, if not the most, reputable MLB reporters on the market. This isn't some guy who's going to put something out there that he doesn't believe or that he is getting from Scott Boras. This is a guy who's going to get his information, check it 4 more times, and then put it out there. This is Jeff Passan, the guy who breaks every single signing of the MLB offseason. He's the one now saying, hey, the Red Sox are not only legitimate players for Juan Soto, they really, really want him. And to me, that changes really this whole conversation surrounding the Red Sox and Juan Soto, because this now basically confirms that the Red Sox are legitimately trying to make a push for him. Now, I'm honestly not going to sit here and get myself a little bit excited, although I'm sure you could tell in my voice, I'm a little bit excited about this, but I'm not allowing myself to get truly excited, and that's for a couple of different reasons. One, I just flat out do not trust that FSG, specifically John Henry, is going to be willing to actually put up the money that eventually does land Juan Soto on a team. 2, this is just a preliminary meeting, right? This isn't the Red Sox going down there with 1,000 bags of cash and saying, Soto, this is all for you. Come join the Red Sox, sign tonight. No, this is probably more so something like conversation that just sort of lets him know, hey, we are interested in what you have to offer. We want to talk to you a little bit more in depth. Here's sort of our overall general game plan, right? Maybe some ballpark numbers are thrown out there, but I don't think there's going to be anything concrete. And I think there's still a long ways to go until Juan Soto makes his decision. And 3, I think John Henry may pass out and throw up at the same time when he sees or hears what Steve Cohen is planning on offering Juan Soto. So I just simply can't sit here and say that it's something that we should all be hanging our hats on, that the Red Sox are going out there. They're actually going to make this push. But I do think this is something that creaks the door open a little bit, right? Maybe it's not fully open, but hey, that door isn't locked, sealed shut anymore. This is something that maybe the Red Sox are willing to actually put their foot in that door, pry it open a little bit, and throw a whole lot of money into a burning room. Maybe this is something that they do that we totally don't expect here. And to be honest with you, that's absolutely exciting. But again, I can't let myself get excited about it just yet. We've heard the Red Sox wanting to actually stop playing with their food and eating a little bit. This would be eating the whole goddamn buffet, right? Juan Soto would be eating the whole goddamn buffet. Now, for some reason, I've seen, honestly, a large contingency of Red Sox fans saying they don't want Juan Soto. The Red Sox are better off allocating these funds somewhere else. And I got to be honest with you, they kind of aren't, right? I know Red Sox fans and Red Sox analysts and everyone surrounding the Red Sox is saying, hey, the Red Sox need to improve their pitching, and they absolutely do need to continue to improve their pitching. But to say the Red Sox don't need Juan Soto is absolutely ridiculous. And I understand that the Red Sox have plenty of left-handed hitting outfielders, but we're talking about the left-handed hitting outfielder, right? This is not just an outfielder that hits from the left-hand side. This is a 25-year-old who has already established himself as one of the top bats in the game. He walks a ton. He hits to all fields. He has ridiculous power. He's an MVP caliber dude who's only going to get better here. I mean, look at the career numbers. It's a 285 average, a 421 on base percentage that leads all active MLB players, a 532 slug, and a 953 OPS. He has a 160 OPS plus. That's 60% more productive than the average player in Major League Baseball. And again, he hasn't even hit his prime yet. Statistical primes for players in Major League Baseball is 27 to 29, sometimes 27 to 30. We're talking about a player right now who is a top 10 hitter in the entire sport who could possibly only get better. Not only that, but he's played almost every single game of every single season he's been a part of. This is not only a dude who's at the plate and doing productive things all the time, he's there day in and day out. I don't understand how anybody wouldn't want this guy on our Red Sox team. Now, I know the argument, oh, he's not good defensively. The Red Sox weren't good defensively. I got to be honest with you. I don't care. The Red Sox won 2 World Series with Manny Ramirez as their everyday fielder, right? No one was complaining about Manny's defense with what he was doing at the plate. Juan Soto's putting up Manny Ramirez numbers, folks. That's the same kind of guy you would be getting for the Boston Red Sox. That's why you sit here and you say, oh, it'd be better allocated towards anyone else. It really wouldn't. We're talking about, bar none, the best free agent available on the open market. We're talking about a once-in-a-generation type player. I understand the Red Sox have a lot of talent in the outfield. They have a lot of talent coming up. None of those guys are going to be Juan Soto. Or in fact, you hope that those guys become somewhat close to Juan Soto. Why wouldn't you just go out and get Juan Soto? I don't care what it costs. I don't think you guys should care what it costs. This isn't your money. They could still go out and they could still improve this rotation. They could use the spot Juan Soto's going to take in the outfield to go and trade for a starting pitcher or 2 starting pitchers. They could still sign a starting pitcher because, hey, there is no reason to stop spending money if you're going to go out and get Juan Soto. They could retain a right-handed bat. There are so many ways to still improve this team and get Juan Soto. It's a bit ridiculous to me that Red Sox fans are sitting there saying, I don't know, the dude's just another left-handed outfielder. We've got plenty of those. No, we don't have plenty of those. We don't have any Juan Sotos on the Red Sox. Yes, this guy should absolutely be at the top of your list. And I know, I'm sitting here, and I'm sure you guys could tell I'm excited about the idea of Juan Soto. The Red Sox, even though I just said, no, Corbin, don't get excited about the Red Sox. Dumbass, it's probably not going to happen. I can't help myself. It's Juan freaking Soto, right? This is the dude that if you are going to put your money where your mouth is, that you go and get. Now, again, I'm not going to go there and get my hopes all the way up that the Red Sox are legitimately going to be interested in Juan Soto. I think there's a whole lot of time left before Juan Soto signs. There's going to be a whole lot more conversations to be had. Juan Soto has pretty much openly said he loves being in New York. Obviously, Boston, while close to New York, isn't exactly New York City, so I think there's a big part in that as well. Again, I think Steve Cohen's going to fund a small country with what he ends up offering for Juan Soto, and I have very little faith that John Henry is going to end up matching what Steve Cohen ends up putting on the table. But I will say this, ultimately, why I get genuinely excited about the Red Sox, maybe even making a effort of some sort to put their name into the Juan Soto hat ring is, one, because it was confirmed by the confirmation guy himself, by the guy that if you were going to trust nobody, you have to trust Jeff Passan. But two, because this does indicate that all the reports that we've been hearing about the Red Sox legitimately trying to make big moves this offseason kind of confirmed, right? I mean, obviously, they have to sign a deal. They have to get something done to actually do something. But even if the Juan Soto number gets too high for the Red Sox to be comfortable with, if they were willing to put a whole lot of money on the table for this guy, who do they pivot to, right? Do they start allocating this $500-600 million that would have gotten Juan Soto done to other players on the open market, to players on your own team? This is what I'm talking about, right? So residual effect. It's not so much Juan Soto himself that I'm excited about, although, come on, it's Juan Soto, right? How many times am I going to say that until you guys actually understand just how good Juan Soto actually is? But it also means that the Red Sox may actually once again be invested in trying to bring top talent to this team, invested in trying to get the best players on the open market to play in a Red Sox uniform, and that in its own right is exciting regardless of what happens here. Hopefully there's more to come on this Red Sox Juan Soto situation, and obviously I will keep you updated with all of that right here. But again, I do think there's going to be quite a bit of time until Juan Soto signs. Remember, Shohei Ohtani was taking meetings like this at the beginning of the offseason, and it took him, 2 months to actually get a deal done. I think we've got a little bit to wait here, and it's plenty of time for John Henry to pee his pants on the whole Juan Soto idea. But until then, let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what your thoughts on the Red Sox going to meet with Juan Soto are. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Are you starting to let yourself get excited about the idea of the Red Sox actually making a push this offseason with this news? Or am I just talking to talk? Let me know all your thoughts on the latest Red Sox making a push for Juan Soto news in the comment section down below. As always, if you made it to the end of this video, do me a favor. Make sure you guys have hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're new here, we talk Red Sox content almost every single day. Also, make sure you guys have hit the like button on this video as well. It just simply helps them out a ton, and it's the best way to let me know you're enjoying the content. Don't forget, if you want to listen instead of watch these episodes, all you got to do is head over to your favorite podcasting app and look up Red Seat Radio. Also, don't forget, we are still raising money for Movember. Links are in the description and the comment section down below. Thank you all very much for clicking on this one, and I will see you in the Red Seats.